The most thrilling, spine-tingling series ever.
From the pages of R.L. Stein's best-selling books,
And the screams go on forever and ever.
We now return to Goosebumps.
Goosebumps fans, young and old, big and small, living dead and undead. Welcome back to the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. As always, I am your host, Isaiah Vargas. I'm joined by my good buddies, Bjorn Pownich and Nick Shaw. We're the Goosebumps Crew, and we're back to, what else? Talk some Goosebumps. If this is your first time joining us here on the Goosebumps Crew, I want to just say hi, hello, how you doing? Good to see ya. If you are or have ever been a fan of the popular Goosebumps series of books, or the monster franchise those books spawned, or if you're just a newbie who's just trying to learn about what the deal is about all these here Goosebumps, then you have come to the right place, because as I always say, me, Bjorn, and Nick are some of the biggest Goosebumps nerds on the entire planet. We could talk about Goosebumps for hours on end, and that's exactly what we do here on this podcast. Every week we got a brand new episode talking about everything Goosebumps, whether it's the books, TV shows, movies, video games, merchandise, whatever it is. If it has Goosebumps in the name, we're going to talk about it so much that you at home are going to get Goosebumps as a result. So with all that said, if you end up liking today's episode, make sure you have a like and comment. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell notification so when new episodes go up every Wednesday, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, you'll get a nice little notification that tells you, hey, it's ready to go, it's ready to watch, so go watch it. But if you're just dying to get those episodes early, trust me, I know the feeling, then you are in luck, because you can catch the audio-only versions a day early over on our audio platforms. We're streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or wherever you find your podcast, you'll find the Goosebumps Crew. And of course, you can follow us over on social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, just to name a few. You could also follow Bjorn and Nick at Goosebumps Aussies Fan and Sean, respectively, on their social medias and their YouTubes. All those links are in the description below, so check them out. Join the Goosebumps Crew today. Become a crew member. We appreciate in advance for your support, but podcasters beware, you are in for a scare. And welcome to our not only our final episode of our 7th season, but also the episode marking our 2-year anniversary of Goosebumps Crew. It has been 2 years since we did our very first episode, which was our Goosebumps 2023 Season 1 review. That was new at the time, plus our ranking of all the Slappy on-screen adaptations of Slappy, that is. So we're here for our 2-year anniversary, and one thing that we have loved to talk about nonstop here on this podcast has been the original Goosebumps TV show. Very recently, during Goosetober 2, we did a tier list of the original Goosebumps 90s show, all 58 episodes, in our official Goosebumps Crew tier list. It was sort of a collective opinion on which episodes we thought were good and which were bad, and we're going to be revisiting some of those bad episodes today. That's right. We are closing off the season by giving you guys a look at what we, each of us, consider our top 10 least favorite Goosebumps episodes. Now, for the most part, I feel like we have a pretty general consensus on what we feel are the worst episodes, but you know, you never know. We've surprised ourselves with our top 10s before.
When we had 5 members. What happened?
What happened to them? Where are they?
You said 2 years has been going on. I'm like, remember we had more members?
Build off screen.
The fallen.
But
I just thought about that for some reason.
Yeah, it just popped in your head like a flashback.
We had 5 members. We had 5 crew members.
But
we just have like 100 crew members now, really. We have extended crew members.
Yeah. we have a big Goosebumps crew. But when it comes to our least favorite episodes, of course, as I said, we did recently do our tier lists. So if you want to know what our general consensus opinion is on all these episodes, you can go check that one out. Today, though, we are going to be focusing on the bad episodes and also our individual opinions. So this will be, of course, as always with our top 10s, each of us will give our picks for our top 10 least favorite episodes. So let's waste no more time. Let's get right into it. And I'm going to start things off with my number 10 pick. Now, I've made no secret that I'm not a huge fan of this episode in terms of two-parters. I think it is very, very poor. But I will admit, my opinion has gotten a teeny tiny bit better. So my number 10 is going to be Attack the Mutant. Now when we did
I thought it was something else.
No,
I thought it was another one. Nick and I were like, we know.
No, that one is not on the list. That is not anywhere near these episodes. Okay, but when we did our ranking of the 16 two-parter episodes, I specifically remember that I threw Attack of the Mutant to the wolves and put that on the very bottom. I will say that in the time since we did that ranking, my opinion on this episode has improved just a tiny bit, only because I do feel like the second half is decent. I do like whenever they're actually on set in the Mass Mutants headquarters. I like the Mass Mutant himself. Scott Wickware did a great job. He's very animated as that character. But this episode still slogs like a MFer. This episode has a really big pacing problem, especially in its first part. This was an episode that I feel really could have just been 1/2 hour. I feel like you really did not need to make this into a two-parter. So I feel like it has a very slow pacing. I feel like it's kind of one of those episodes where you're waiting to get to the fireworks factory. And while the ending of part 2 with the climax with the Mass Mutant is fun, there are a lot of other Goosebumps episodes that have better climaxes. And honestly, I think that the ending of this episode with Elastic Boy is not as good or not as creepy as the ending to the original book. So part 2 is a decent enough watch, but for my money, I don't think it justifies the two-part time length. And I felt like a lot of my time was wasted still, even when getting to the end. So I'm going to throw Attack of the Mutant at my number 10. It is no longer my least favorable two-parter, but it's still pretty low. So number 10 is Attack of the Mutant for me.
Least favorable two-parter. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry to say, but it's more like going to the box factory, isn't it? From The Simpsons.
It definitely is.
Box factory.
It's so funny now. Whenever I equate something to like, when are we going to get to the good stuff? I always think of the fireworks factory from the Poochie episodes. When are we going to get to the fireworks factory? Well, Bjorn, you are
my number 10 is the same as yours.
Really?
I got Attack of the Mutant at 10. Yeah. It's not my least favorite, like, of the series, obviously, but again, like you said, it's just. I don't even watch the first half, to be honest. I usually just watch the second half if I do end up putting it on. Funny enough, I got the DVD right here that has Attack of the Mutant, and I was just about to go and watch the season 2, but yeah, no, it's boring. It's just I'm not even a fan of the book, to be honest. The story, I've never been a fan of really Attack of the Mutant in general, but yeah, I like part 2. I like Adam West. I'm a Batman guy, so he's in there.
Interesting.
I don't have much more to add to yours, honestly. I was just surprised you had it as your number 10 as well. So I was like, okay, what am I going to say now? Let me try and add one thing.
List, so you don't have to hear about it again.
Oh, that's number 10 on your list.
I will say Scott Wickware steals the show. He definitely steals the show, though. He was fantastic. And there was a fun fact recently about Attack of the Mutant. So wasn't like someone was giving the director a hard time. I can't remember who it was, but then Adam West like stepped in and like defended them. Oh gosh, there was recently, our good buddy, 90s Kid Library, posted about it.
Yeah,
It was
90s.
Yeah, I was
something
Yeah,
talking with Alan Dessette.
yeah.
down the
So
set.
he said while filming Goosebumps, the director was giving a crew member a hard time because it was taking him too long to tie an actor to a chair. The actor heroically spoke up and demanded that the director give the crew guy as much time as he needed to
Yes.
do the job right, and that actor's name was Adam West. So
Yeah, there you go. One good thing came out of that, and it was good old Adam West taking it like being a champ. So no, I don't know much
yeah.
to add to it.
Well,
It's number 10. But
I
part
don't
two,
remember who the director was of this episode, and it seems like that crew member was Alan
I know who
Doucette.
the
Yeah,
director
just like
was.
Nick said.
It was
Who was
Jack
the
Baby
director?
TV was the director.
God,
I don't think I know.
William Fruitt.
I he wishes, I guess.
William Throw William
yeah,
Throw
William
it.
Fruitt.
That one? Okay.
But it does
I
say
don't
that other
remember.
people have described him as very
He did
nice,
some of the
so maybe
earlier
it was just like an off day or something. So,
Number 10, Jack the Mutant. Not a fan.
one more thing I'll add is that the Mass Mutant. That's the thing, though, that Scott Wicker does such a good job of like playing this animated supervillain, and there are admittedly a few like decent effects, like when the Mass Mutant turns into a chair and he has like a little snake for an arm. It is pretty good, and that's another reason why I'm just kind of like, why did it take so long for us to get here? Because would have liked to see this guy a little more, like just hamming it up, being, a cartoonish supervillain, and it just is really only saved for the last 10 minutes or so of the episode. So
Yeah, which is that was good enough performance. It's what saved it for not being on my list, because my number 10 is actually the trilogy. I've said it before, though. I just don't like those. Um, Not to say like, I know it's kind of like a fan favorite, but just not my cup of tea. I did enjoy them. I thought most of the time it was pretty boring. Um, I guess, kind of like we did with our ranking of the episodes, two was probably the best one of the three.
hmm
But to me, that still doesn't save it. The trilogy is just not good. I mean,
Does get big of a-
yeah, no. I mean, the money song doesn't save it. Sorry. Nothing. No, pig girl don't save it.
Gotta
So
get
I feel like
I don't know. Like there's just something about those episodes. Maybe it's again because it was when you go later into the seasons of Goosebumps, they start to feel less like what made the show popular
right.
in the beginning. Like I like when you think of Goosebumps, like the Haunted Mask, Girl Cried Monster, Night of the Living Dummy 2. I mean, so many good, iconic, scary, well shot, well written episodes, and I just didn't get any of that. So a lot of my picks are actually from probably the latter half, like season 3 and 4.
Me too.
I'd have to look at the list again, but most of them are probably off that, and Trilogy just falls in that same trope of like more goofiness, and I just didn't want that in my Goosebumps episodes. Once in a while is okay,
Yeah,
but like,
no. Season 3 and 4 just
that's not for me.
very hit and miss.
I mean, I definitely feel like the way that we also put it in our rankings, like you said, we had part 2 is a pretty good episode, and part 1 is I'm mixed on, and I do think part 3 is admittedly
Shit.
kind of bad episode. I don't think it's a terrible episode, but for definitely the end of this like 3-parter, it's kind of underwhelming. It's just not as like, it doesn't have a lot of really fun set pieces compared to the baseball stadium in part 2, or like an epic, like, well, I wouldn't say epic, but like a cool little like transformation in terms of like the pig in part 1, because those were kind of cool effects, but it just didn't have any of that.
I like the makeup and that on the pig.
Yeah, it was a good like face.
The prosthetic stuff was awesome. I mean,
And I've met people who said that they were legit scared of that.
The prosthetic and the makeup, it was pretty creepy of the pig.
Yeah, the prosthetics were awesome. I mean, Ron's team and everybody who's involved with all that, I mean, they did phenomenal in every episode. Sometimes though, just the episodes, the way they're written, the way they're acted, just make it not as good. And that's where Trilogy fell for me. It's not the worst, though. We'll get there, but it's definitely my number 10 at least.
Understandable.
Cool.
Well,
It's your number 9.
my number 9 is going to be what I
See?
now think is the worst two-parter, and that is going to be How I Got My Shrunken Head. The reason that this one has edged out Attack the Mutant is because it's boring as hell. Like, the problems I had with Attack the Mutant being boring, at least it kind of got started in the second half. This one I never felt got started at all. Like, it just stagnated for the entire 44 minutes. It's also super strange with the jungle magic. The Elvis impersonator is so odd. I think the ending doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And it's during the show's weird era. Like, it was just it didn't have any suspense. It wasn't scary. It just didn't make a tiny lick of any logical sense. And the reason again is just because it's boring all the way through. It's dull, it's bland, it is tedious. Didn't like it. Not really much else to say. It's forgettable. At least Attack of the Mutant has a decent climax. This one has nothing. So, How I Got My Shrunken Head, that's my number 9. Not much else to say from there.
Kalia versus Stretchin. Which side do you fall on, folks?
Well, at least Kalia isn't like
Stretching.
At least he says it just once. Like, he just says stretching once.
Stretching.
Yeah. Imagine if he goes, stretch it.
Stretch it. Stretch what? No.
It's like go gadget.
Do you have any dirty thoughts right now?
Go stretchy arms.
My mind's in the gutter so much.
Boats.
Oh yeah, I know where your mind went.
I got Trilogy at 9. Nick's number 10.
Dang, you guys don't.
Someone else actually had it on their list.
Look, I don't like
I'm
any
shocked.
of them, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of any of them.
Either.
The one part that had me laughing was in part 2, so that's why I will put part 2 as the best. Anytime it would show Carl, he was always eating something different. Like, he was eating a hot dog in one, and then he was eating, was it nachos in another? I can't remember everything, but he was always eating something different, and he was always so like, and I just couldn't help but laugh. I was just like, because it just makes me think of like, you know, when you used to have like dinner like your parents or whatever back when you were a kid, and you would just eat in the most gross way possible just to get their reaction. And that's what I got from that. I thought it was pretty funny, but Trilogy.
I eat like a cow.
Ate like a cow. Yeah. I think I just don't know why it exists, to be honest. I always thought like,
There's a
why
weird
would
choice to make it
they
two
could have just
episodes. I mean, I get
they
it.
could have done Beast from the East or Camp Trilogy. Why couldn't they have done an episode based on one of the books that we would have liked to see, but instead they give us Trilogy? I don't know. I guess they were trying to do something different, trying to do something unique, kind of like The Walking Dead. They had Daryl, but Daryl was never in the comic book, so I don't know. They're trying to make their own Goosebumps episode. And maybe Stein would have been inspired to do a book on it
It took
later.
a lot from short story, which didn't make much sense to me. Like, you literally have full books to go off of, popular books, but you choose short stories to try to make, and they're not all going to be perfect school. So,
no, that's a great one. That's like in my top 10 probably. No, I rank Trilogy. Not good. Don't like it. I'm not a fan. I never was. I remember when I got the DVD for the first time as a kid, and I remember putting it on and thinking like, I don't remember this. So no, and even then I didn't like it as a kid. So I never rewatched it. I was just rewatching Night of the Living Dead 3 on VHS.
25 copies.
Yeah. No.
Well,
no.
my number 9, The Barking Ghost.
That's 9.
I mean, it's not going to be higher. There are worse episodes. I mean, if I really had to, I could at least sit through this. You know, even Trilogy might be higher on the list, but you know, I kind of landed with Trilogy at 10, which is fine. But you know, I don't know, Barking Ghost. I mean, what can you say about it that hasn't been said about
Nothing else
Baghdad?
to say about the
Bombed
Barking
out,
Ghost.
depleted. It sucks. man, I cannot. It's not really so much that the acting was super bad, but there were parts, especially like when when after they got possessed or whatever, and their voices changed and everything like that. Like I get what they were trying to do, but I mean it was just that was terrible. Um, the episode was just bad.
I love you, Bliss, Lena, but
There's
you
not
couldn't
really
save
not
the
much to say about
episode.
this, and I'll save you all time if you've seen it, you know. And if it's your favorite, I'm sorry, uh, because this is
I'm
not good.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
You like the Birkin Ghost. Someone out there has Teacher's Pet as their favorite. There is one
I'm
person
telling
there.
you, like I said that before too. Somebody does have it as their favorite, and again, I'm sorry. Um, I just want to know who, like Isaiah said before, who hurt you, to make you want this to be your favorite. Um, God, yeah, no, it was terrible.
They had to have
I mean,
seen
we've
it
talked about
first
it
to think there was
before, but
something.
there's just, I even thought about like rewatching it to get ready for this episode, and I couldn't do it. Like, I could not bring myself to watch this episode just to have more to say about it because I don't want to have more to say about it. It's trash. It's junk.
It's trash. It's trash.
Bye. Number 9, Barking Ghost.
Moving on to number 8, and I have this one at number 8 because as terrible as it is, and maybe it is because of a certain JonTron video, but I always get a lot of entertainment value out of the sheer badness of this one. So my number 8 is going to be Don't Go to Sleep.
I knew it.
Dude, this episode sucks. Okay, it's terrible. It don't make any goddamn sense, but it's funny. It is funny.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I
funny.
watched
liked
this
it.
with some friends who had never seen it before, but I've seen it, and it was just so funny to see their reactions to this this kid's terrible acting, and just the like all these different like alternate universes that he goes to, and one he's a hockey player, and the other he's a surgeon, and then he's a bomb diffuser. So it doesn't make any sense, but it's so funny for the amount of like what the fuckery that's happening on screen. The kid makes these hilarious noises when he's screaming. Um, it's like
Really? Like that.
It is a
Obsessed.
terrible episode, but I have it higher up because it's one of those kind of so bad it's good for me. So your guys' opinion may
It's so
differ, but
good.
Don't Go to Sleep lands at number 8 for me.
I feel it's only that high up on your list because of JonTron.
Well,
He makes it
JonTron
funny.
was the reason
Not
that
the
I started
episode
looking
itself.
at that with a lot of like more comedy to it. So
Hanson on your TV? That's Hanson right now. It was. The band. Hanson.
yeah,
The boy band.
Behind him on TV.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah, this-
yeah.
but that's my
I had long hair. Everyone used to say I was the missing brother from Hanson.
Isaiah loves it. He dances to it every night. I see it. Before we even start the podcast, that's what he does. He's like, we can't start pre-ritual.
He's like,
Hanson. Yep. It's like what Bjorn just did. That's what Isaiah does every time.
Hey Bjorn, what's your number 8?
My number 8. My number
He
8.
can't handle the mbop.
I'll get my shrunken head.
Why?
Oh,
God, man. I like. What else do you want me to say? Like about this episode? I mean, there was 2 other Goosebumps actors in this episode. I mean, you had the dad from Night of the Living Dummy 2. You had Margaret Becky from Stay Out of the Basement. So you had all this like representation of Goosebumps actors from other episodes, but it was still shit. No,
It's just
the kid honestly is the reason why I didn't like it more than anything. I'm sorry, that kid pissed me off anytime he just opened his mouth. Even when he was playing that jungle game at the beginning of the episode, and it's like Tarzan swinging, and there was like alligators or crocodiles or something, and he's going, "Kalia, Kalia," like while he's playing the game. And I'm like, why? Shut the fuck up, kid. Like, you really pissed me off. I think I watched this one
Okay.
as a kid
To
a
be
bit.
fair, to be fair, when you watch Jingle All the Way or something, do you not go, it's turbo time? Okay, you say it,
Time.
you do it, you play the video game, you say Kalia. Don't act like if there wasn't a game that you wouldn't scream Kalia, because I know you would.
I would scream Kalia, Kalia, Kalia. I would,
This is a
but no,
Harry Kalia, not
it's just a
Kalia.
bad episode. Like it really is. Like, and the Elvis impersonator was like the worst Elvis impersonator of all time. I don't know. I didn't like it at all. Like I think I rewatched it twice when I was a kid, and like it sucks because I remember that wave of DVDs that came out back in the day was like Deep Trouble, Scary House, Trilogy, Shrunken Head, Cry of the Cat. Like I remember there was like a wave and it had like 6 DVDs and they were like all like pretty bad episodes apart from like two. Um and I remember watching them thinking, I don't remember Goosebumps being this bad because this was at the time when the DVDs were only just coming out. And then obviously then I got like The Haunted Mask and Night of Dummy 3 and I was like, no, this is the shit I remember and this was the good stuff. So yeah, no, Shrunken Head is just it's bad. It's not the worst, but it's bad.
My next one on my list, Awesome Ants.
Oh God.
Oh,
Don't enjoy Awesome Ants like at all. But based on the other ones higher up on my list, I could at least watch this one and be okay. I'd live.
Because it's short. It's short. It's short.
It's short. Its story is fluid enough, but I don't know. I just don't enjoy it. Like ants. I mean, if I'm gonna go that route, I'll just watch Honey I Shrunk the Kids and enjoy myself. Okay.
That's good. They at least did that right. The giant.
I'll just go that. I don't need this Goosebumps episode for giant ants. Okay. So that's it. Awesome
Right.
Ants isn't so awesome. It's actually very crappy. So
Shit ants. Just retitle it to Crappy Ants.
yeah, I mean, whatever the opposite of awesome would be, like back in the 90s. I wonder what that'd be.
Awesome or
trying to,
like
trying to think about it. Like
so,
what I used to tell people back in the 90s. I'll think about it. So you can retitle awesome.
call lame ants.
Lame ants. Lame.
I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll come back to that. But
You got a whole-
that
You got like a whole hour
not
at
good.
least to think about it.
that's on mine.
If you're a real Goosebumps fan, you know the best time to dive in is after dark when it's quiet, eerie, and every creak in the house suddenly matters. G Fuel helps you stay in that zone. Clean energy, no crash, just enough boost to keep your head clear and your nerves steady through every creepy episode. Grab yours at gfuel.com or click the link in the description and use our promo code GBCREW at checkout to get 20% off your entire order. Perfect for late night fear sessions with the Goosebumps crew. And thank you to G Fuel for sponsoring this episode.
So
Well, moving on to number 7, I have My Hairiest Adventure. I mean,
Whoa!
how could you do that to Harry Larry?
because it
Larry.
sucks. Yeah, this episode, first of all, inner monologue is annoying. Like,
Sorry, Amos.
stop explaining the story to us. Please, kid, for the love of God.
Yeah,
The concept in and of itself, like, that's why it doesn't. Look, okay, it's nothing against Amos. This would have been just as annoying if it was the other kid. This is a writing
Amos
problem.
Ants.
This is as a concept, this book and this episode falls flat because it's really, really dumb. The episode makes for a lot of awkward moments when they're talking about hair and growing hair because it's like, I don't know, the way that they say it just makes it sound very icky.
You're in weird places.
Yeah, but yeah, the acting is stilted. I mean, for an early Goosebumps episode, this doesn't have any, like, there's no tension, there's no scares or nothing. For this episode, it's nothing but like either painstakingly annoying or just laughably stupid. And this is one of the strangest Goosebumps endings of all time. I mean, I guess the one point I'll give it is got the Goosebumps dog in there. I guess you can consider it an origin story, but the acting is crap. The the effects are not really that amazing. The story sucks. It's a terrible episode. The only reason it's up this high is just because I can kind of laugh at it a little bit. So it's one of those ones like Don't Go to Sleep that you can kind of like get some comedy out of. Just like it, and especially look, Amos, love you, man, but sometimes sometimes the delivery got a laugh out of me. It was like, she's pretty cool for a
You're looking for
girl.
me?
Dessert?
Ah,
Blame
my skin! My skin! Sucker, wet towel.
Yeah, and his friends were gonna kill him. They were gonna
What?
murder him.
Again,
I don't
another one
actually
that
hate that
Jontron I
episode, to
feel
be
made
honest.
really fun for an episode that wasn't so fun.
Well, of course.
You know what?
I mean
I
that
rewatched this
that's one of the
episode quite a
reasons
bit.
why now it's so funny to laugh at the did you notice any hair growing lines? Because you just think about him being like, stop, stop. Oh man.
Honestly,
Yeah.
My Harris Adventure is not one of my least favorite episodes. Like, I think I've watched this one quite a few times.
Well,
And I don't know if it's just because like, I saw it as a kid a lot, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I
It
do
has
have to
it
at
has
least
rewatch
consider
value
it
somehow.
objectively bad. Like, I get enjoyment out of this, but in terms of like from a critical standpoint, it's a terrible episode. It is definitely one of the worst in its execution, and it's just its concept alone. Like everything about it is kind of baked into its core,
Yeah.
and pretty much the same problems with the book too, just in TV form. So, yep, my number 7, My Harriest Adventure. Bjorn?
Mhm.
My number 7. Interesting. I'm gonna say Deep Trouble 2, actually, because it's Deep Trouble 2. There was no mermaid in this. No, okay. I've said this a million times already on the podcast, but I'm just gonna say it again. I don't hate the episode. I never really hated it. But as a kid, I remember like being so excited to watch it because obviously when we were all kids, we saw Goosebumps on TV and that was kind of it, right? And a lot of the episodes, got lost to the ages unless someone like, burnt like what did you used to do back in the day? You used to like get a VHS and like
Like record them?
record it off the
Yeah.
television or whatever. What did they call it, Nick, in the 90s? I
Tape
don't
it?
know. Tape
Yeah,
it.
I was just taping it.
We taped it.
Mhm.
Just tape it. Okay. So I never got to see Deep Trouble like ever because I never caught a rerun of it or nothing like that. I remember when we would watch reruns of Goosebumps, it would always be like the same ones that we had on the VHS. That's usually what they would do. But then sometimes they would play like Piano Lessons Can Be Murder or like Return of the Mummy. Like I remember seeing a lot of those on reruns. And I love those episodes. So I remember when I first got the DVD for this, and believe it or not, I got the DVD for this through the Scholastic catalog. They had the Goosebump DVDs in there, and there was Deep Trouble. And I remember I ordered it, and I was so excited, only to be so disappointed when I would have been like 10, I reckon, when I watched it. And I'm sorry, I was not a fan of this episode. I think some of the practical effects were really great, on like the big giant fish head and stuff. I think that was pretty well done. But just what kills it for me for this episode really was the CGI. I'm sorry. I just can't. Like, it kind of works in some episodes, like Monster Blood. I didn't mind when the giant dog came out, but I don't know. I never was a fan of this, and I think I was just more let down the fact that I was so excited waiting for that DVD as a kid, and then I finally got it. I got to watch it, and yeah, just the CGI kind of ruined it for me. But yeah, there was little things I did like about it. I think the acting was actually fine in this episode. There was nothing really wrong with it. Tom Fennell, hi. But yeah, no, wasn't a fan of this episode. I really wasn't. It's on my list. I don't know if it's on your guys' list, but yeah, this one just
Not on mine.
disappointed me. It disappointed me.
Not on mine.
It's on yours.
It's not on mine.
It's not on yours.
It's not on mine either. I actually kind of like Deep Trouble. At least part 2. I like the all the different creatures in the B movie aspect, but I can understand why anyone would honestly not like it, because it is kind of a slow starter too.
I mean, if
A lizard just
we did this as like a top 20, it'd be in there for sure. But I don't dislike it enough to where I'd put it in my top 10.
I don't like it.
No.
It's probably on someone's favorite list, but
All right.
I don't like this too.
Nick,
All right.
All right.
Oh, what number was this one?
7.
6?
2. Number 2.
7. Number 1. So my number 7, I think I'm gonna have to. And this could be swapped, I guess, between 6, but probably say Click.
Really?
I know, like, yeah, I know. Again, like, I know a lot of people like the episode, but again, it just fell short for me because, again, I didn't get too much of the Goosebumps vibe. I like Goosebumps episodes with monsters and or supernatural or something like that. That's more Goosebumps to me. And not having any of that and doing more again, like as much as I do like Click with Adam Sandler, that being a movie over the episodes is kind of I mean, I can watch it, I guess, but it just it's lower on the list than say like Trilogy, because at least Trilogy had some prosthetic effects like we talked about with the pig and the other things. They kind of had monsters in a way. This doesn't. It just kind of, it's a remote, bro. It's Click. It's like, I don't know what else to say. It's Click, dude. Okay, it is literally the Adam Sandler movie. That I know they ripped it straight from this Goosebumps episode, but I just don't. It's not my cup of tea, bro. When I think Goosebumps, I think the haunted mask and monsters, not remote controls.
I just imagine Adam Sandler like flicking through TV back in like 1997, I guess, when this episode aired, and he would have been like just flicking through the TV, and he just randomly it just stopped on that, and he was like, "Huh, that's cool. I like that idea." And he's like, I got an idea for a movie. Could you imagine if that's how it acted? I want to ask Adam Sandler, where did the idea come from? And was it Goosebumps? I just want to know, because
not to say you could ask Adam Sandler, because it may have been just a script that came across his desk. You'd have to probably get in touch with like the writer for the screenplay and find out from them. Like,
get them on the
did
podcast.
You just watch this Goosebumps episode? Yeah,
get them on and be like, hey, so we got to talk about that Click movie, man.
Well, moving on to number 6. I have, well, I guess you can call this the JonTron trifecta because it's Ghost Beach. The acting in this one sucks. It is terrible child acting. And
that's terrible.
It's terrible. Just like R.L. Stine would say, it's terrible.
Just gotta do our best fresh. Yeah,
but
I think R.L. Stine realizes this about Goosebumps episodes. Like,
I feel like
a lot of them are bad.
Well, I feel like this episode of the last like 3 is definitely the one that I'm most disappointed in, because it has to do with, I love ghost stories. Ghost stories are cool. And this one does have like, it tries to tell an interesting ghost story about, people who died on the beach, settlers that came, they died. But this episode is hindered by first of all, really terrible acting, as I said, especially the 2 creepy kids, and that one girl is just like so stilted, so like just obviously fake. To me, it's weird that the kids' cousins twice removed, I think that's what they call them, would be like almost looking like grandparents. Yeah, literally. You could have just said they're visiting their grandparents. But it's also weird. It's like, well, the whole ending, they say that they're ghosts, that they're dead. So, like, they sent them to relatives they didn't know were dead. So that's weird, too. It gets really confusing because it's a whole thing of, like, I'm not the ghost, they're the ghost. It's like, we're not the ghost, he's the ghost. The ghost. Like, everyone's a fucking ghost. So it's
It's Oprah Winfrey show. You're a ghost. You're a ghost. You're a
You're the
ghost.
ghost. I'm ghost. You're ghost. She's ghost. But it's such a boring episode. It really just is not well put together. I don't like revisiting it. I think it's also just kind of like a very bland setting. Like the beach itself, the colors are honestly kind of muted in this one. I don't know what it is, but and also the two main characters are really annoying. I think they're both kind of just like awful little kids. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think this is a very enjoyable episode. I think it's a big waste of time. I don't think it makes any sense. And it lands at my number 6. I don't like it. No, sir. I didn't like it.
You and I are
Speaking
pretty
of big
similar
waste of time, Bjorn?
Isaiah, because I got Ghost Beach at 6 as well. Like we had a lot
Dang.
of the same ones I've noticed so far.
Hmm?
I trying to think what I can add to that because you kind of nailed it. Uh, okay, let's talk about the skeleton faces.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing you didn't mention.
Yeah.
That was bad, dude. That was like
It was terrible.
it looked like I'm trying to think how they did that effect to look so bad. Like, what do you think that effect was to look that bad? Did they literally just put like just I'm trying to think. Like
They just
they didn't wear like
they
a
either
green
just green screened
patch
or
over their face,
CGI'd like
right?
stupid skull
Do you think they
faces on
wore
them.
you think they wore a green like towel on their face? Like I don't know. I'm just trying to think how they would
They
have
could
just
have
done.
maybe
Was
just
it just
overlaid.
overlaid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could just overlaid CG skeleton face over them. That probably
It was
makes the
so
most sense because
bad,
again,
dude.
most of the latter half of the Goosebumps '90s show, they really tried to push the envelope using more CG rather than practical effects.
Yeah,
So,
it was a
like
really
a
bad
lot of
episode.
episodes in the latter half use CG. So I'm guessing it's probably CG.
Yeah, it just I don't know. This episode fell flat for me. But it's weird though. Like I'll sit and flick through like the TV Presents book, and I love that. But I hate the episode. I'm like, just show me the pictures. That's fine. But yeah, I honestly, I really just don't like this episode. And even though like one of my favorite actors is in it, technically, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you've seen Todd in the Book of Pure Evil, like it's one of my favorite shows of all time, which actually has two Goosebumps actors that are like the main stars in the show. Bill Turnbull was in Ghost Beach. He was like the redhead kid. I can't remember his
Hmm.
name now. But yeah, he was in Tell the Bigger People. As much as I love him, it's like I'm sorry, dude, but this episode just sucked. And it's honestly, I'm gonna say it's probably the worst acted episode in the show.
Mhm.
To me, it is because, like you said, it looks like the
Yeah.
kids are reading off a teleprompter. Like it doesn't even look like they're thinking about what they're
It seems like
saying. They just
an
say
acting
words.
fail and a directing fail, like from
Yeah.
both.
Like they're just
So
saying words.
I'll just never
It's just
I'll never forget the one like weird 270-degree turn that this one girl does. And it's like, do you see the opening? But first she has to like spin completely around and be like, do you see the opening in those rocks?
I
That girl
never
turned
paid
like
attention to that
British
until
sometimes.
those rocks
Until John
over
Tron
there.
pointed all that stuff out. I was like, how did I not notice this? Like, I don't know. It was
As
Ellie
a
pointed
kid,
all
I
this
don't
stuff out.
remember it being that bad. It's the thing is you don't notice these things when you're younger, like about movies and
Yeah,
shows.
maybe that's
Like,
what
you
it
don't see
was.
that. But like as a kid, it was like I didn't hate the episode. I remember actually thinking, cool, Ghost Beach, but then you watch it as an adult and you're like, okay, this has no rewatch value at all.
Read the book, even though the
So,
book is
Which is
not
wild
that
because,
great
like, when you
either.
think about like
Sam
the
was his
overall
name.
story,
Just remembered Sam was the kid that Turnbull played.
it should work. Like when you think about the overall story, it should work. Like it's not a bad story concept. It's just the execution was real bad, and the
Really.
casting, or at least for the episode purposes, the casting was not great. But again, like we've heard, the pool was limited back in the day for Canadian child actors, so pool was thin, man. Take what you get, I guess. I would just
That's
reuse
true.
actors we've already had in other episodes like they did before. but to each their own, I guess. Well, mine is not Ghost Beach. It's not even on my list, so
Really?
we won't have to rehash that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Someone
I give it a pass because I don't know. Again, it'd be in my top 20, but it's not my top 10.
you
Go
like
Away
Ghost
Worms
Beach.
though is my next one.
Hmm.
Really? Oh, that's
Uh,
next. Okay.
I can't stand that episode. As we all know, it is not a great book. It's not a great episode.
I don't even think it's on my top 10.
Even by Tim Jacobus accounts, it's not a great cover either. So there is that. It
It's
seems all
terrible.
around that Go Away Worms.
But it's a title that
Yeah.
everyone knows.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's a title that everyone
Uh,
knows. Go Eat Worms.
It's a title everyone
something
knows, and it
iconic.
was on lots of merch, but
It's
it
iconic
sucks.
somehow. It's iconic somehow. I don't know. The title is. People know the title.
I don't know how.
It's iconic
I really don't know how I got to that point. Probably because they did use it on so much merch back in the 90s with school supplies and everything.
It did. It worked on school supplies.
Probably.
It was a school supply.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that's probably why, but
There's a mini figure of it too. Remember? The
yeah,
mini-
I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't get it. It's so bad. And the ending is just as bad, if not worse, than any other ending I've ever
Oh, you
seen.
mean I gotta
in Goosebumps
swim
history.
back?
Like,
You're making me
oh, Jesus, like, yeah, no. I doubt they had Amos do the inner voice monologue for that one, but oh, God, guys, so bad. If you've watched the episode, you get it. But the giant phallus worm that Ron talked about is probably the only saving grace because it's funny to think about now. But that's it. It's not enough to save it from my list. That is my next one. Go Eat Worms.
Well,
That's all I got. Not even
Top
going to
five
elaborate
list
on that one.
now.
It doesn't deserve it. Doesn't deserve it.
Well, moving on to my number 5. We are now halfway through, and it is one that we did touch on before, and it's the Barking Ghost. So, Barking Ghost, terrible book, terrible episode. It's such a weird like concept for a story in general, because you think, okay, ghost dogs, cool, but then it turns into this weird body swap with these pirate characters, and there are some terrible animal effects, like absolutely awful. I can't stop thinking about the ending with that squirrel. Like, it just looks so shitty. The acting's not particularly good. It's just a strange concept for an episode. I don't particularly find dogs that scary anyway, and especially not these dogs that they get, and more terrible effects. So it's definitely one of the worst episodes of season 3. It was during that era of terrible CG and stupid concept, stupid just execution. The acting was not good either. So I will agree with Bjorn that I think Ghost Speech is the worst acted episode, but yeah, I definitely think the story is more dumb in The Barking Ghost than the one so far on my list. So that means that it lands at number 5 for me.
My number 5 was also the Barking Ghost. So again,
No way.
Jeez, man.
No, I'm serious, dude. Like, I'm like, so yeah, not a great episode. And the one thing I'll add to it is I think Blair Slater was the only decent actor in the episode, who obviously played Dan in Night Louie Dummy 3. That was the only thing that was okay, was his acting wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't save it though. It wasn't enough to save it. But the older brother wasn't too bad. Like, he played the annoying older brother that would pick on you as well. I think he was okay.
About that stupid squirrel ending, the like high pitched Goosebumps scene at the end.
At the end, I don't know. This episode to me doesn't feel like Goosebumps anyway. Like, there's some that just simply don't feel like they belong in the universe. This is one of them. They don't belong with the Haunted Mask, Living Dummy, Fever Swamp. Then they don't. Like, here's the thing. If you sat someone down that had never watched Goosebumps before, they've never seen the show, and you put on the Haunted Mask first, right? They watch it, they love it, and then you immediately were to put on the Barking Ghost episode straight after and say, oh, we're going to watch this one now. What do you think that person would say? That's never experienced Goosebumps before. Like, I
Probably
want to know.
probably wouldn't believe that it was the same show.
I'd be like,
So,
what?
yeah, you sure this is the same show?
This is so bad. Like that's what I mean. And I would love to see a reaction to that. So, but yeah, Barking Ghost. Number 5.
Hmm.
Terrible, terrible.
Short and
terrible,
sweet.
Terrible. I love you,
Nick-
Blaze Slater, but terrible.
Nick,
They
what do
can't
you
all be winners.
got?
Don't go to.
Don't you go to
No surprise it is on my list or anybody's probably, because again, it did not feel like a Goosebumps episode in my opinion. Terrible. Oh, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
Get
Why?
ready for
Because
a lot
you're
of
a midget.
Stein impressions as we continue down the list here. Because yeah, it
Why
is
does
terrible.
Slappy have hair?
JonTron saved it for me in terms of like, but I would rather just watch his version as he talks about it. Shout out
Well,
to
it's
JonTron
significantly shorter too.
for making this shit episode enjoyable for the 2 minutes you talk about it. Because man, acting wise, I feel it's all around bad. Story makes no sense, and JonTron points on a lot of that, especially like this kid. Oh, nobody listens to me. I'm just gonna go upstairs to the attic and sleep on this piss, soaked bed. I'll show 'em.
man.
Then I'm just going to sleep, and then I wake up, and now I'm a surgeon or I'm
Your
a whatever.
mommy?
He tried to be Macaulay Culkin so bad. He really wanted to be Macaulay Culkin, and he failed. Especially because it was the 90s. So everyone wanted to be him.
It was just so bad, and then like the time police, like those guys annoyed the shit out of me throughout the entire
reality police.
The Men in Black.
The reality police, the Men in Black,
guys.
Yeah, it's
annoyed
reality.
the absolute shit out of me. Still to this day, like it gets me angry thinking about them. Like I generally can get pissed right now if I thought about it. It's like, oh my god, like how did you get this part? Like this is so bad.
Dude in like You Can't Scare Me as well? I swear he was.
Which one?
One of the Men in Black guys. I'm pretty sure he was the teacher that gave her lunch to him, and it was a snake.
Yeah.
Lunch. That was him, right? That was the same actor. I'm pretty sure. He was in You Can't Scare Me as well. I don't know his name, but I'm pretty sure he was the teacher in You Can't Scare Me, and she like gave her lunch to him, but like there was the snake in it, and he like threw the snake. That teacher, pretty sure, was the same actor from.
Well, he was forgettable in that, but he is not forgettable in this because I remember and I hate it, and I hate him. If you watch this, which I
imagine you're in 2 bad episodes of Goosebumps.
I'll tell you who you are. You're in trouble.
I'm in deep trouble.
That the judge, like, okay, that's another JonTron save right there. But the judge, oh my god, when you actually watch the episode, yeah, oh my god, like, bro, it's so annoying. Like the whole episode is just annoying.
Guilty.
Actually, thinking about it, I should have moved this further down my list. Like, good lord.
I love that episode.
As a matter of fact, I will switch it. I'm going to switch it with probably my next one. This needs to be lower on the shit list.
You can't switch.
I can't do what I want. It's my list.
Not
Shut
fucking
up.
list, bitch.
What are you switching with it now? What's your new number 4? Your new number 5?
You've already said it.
Well, no, it's fine. I'm going to switch it. It's my list. I do what I want. All right.
When we get back to
now that I've talked about it,
tell us what this number
it was
3 is.
How I Got My Shrunken Head. I don't enjoy that episode either, but at least I get some enjoyment out of saying Kalia. So there is that.
Here to hear
and
first,
it doesn't upset me quite like Don't Go to Sleep. So
if we ever got him
I'm
on the
gonna say
podcast,
switch
I would
it.
be like, please say the line. Please say Kalia. Could you imagine him like on stage at one
Just
of these
have him say
conventions?
it and then we're done. Like I would just, do a cameo with that guy, like who played him. Like, hey, I need you to do Kalia for me 3 times, and then that's it.
And do a backflip.
Short reel, and get like 1 million views and likes because people are like, oh my god, he said the thing.
Lord. Well, you heard it here first, folks. The first ever switch up on Goosebumps Crew history. Well,
yeah, I got to do it. Like, the more I talk about it, the more
Well, moving on to number 4, we got to go to Tales to Give You Goosebumps because Strained Peas is my number 4. Babies aren't scary.
I like
I
that one.
hate the trope of I got a new baby sibling. Oh, it's all terrible. I'm gonna be forgotten. Oh, but this time it's a monster baby. Go to hell. This episode is terrible. It is terrible.
There's
This is
a couple.
terrible.
It is an awful episode. It's so like it's nothing but a bunch of stupid baby jokes. It has another one of the worst instances of CG with that stupid baby mouth that they put on it and the dumb
brother.
yeah, he's big boy, yeah. And like it's disgusting. The whole thing with like coughing up the rat at the end or the mouse or whatever it is. Um, it's the worst example of the my parents won't believe me because I don't know, I guess they're just stupid, I guess. Stupid parents.
Stupid. Stupid.
Seems to be the trope in Goosebumps too.
Yeah.
Stupid parents. Still stupid.
But it's like
Stupid.
the whole thing is just about the baby is a monster and nobody will believe me. I've seen freaking Rugrats episodes do this freaking plot. And they still do it in shows like I remember I saw an episode of Creeped Out that had this exact same thing. It's like the baby's evil. Who cares? They're babies. You kick the little shit over.
Buddy.
You can punt it out the window. Like I don't
I say
find
that about
babies
Chucky from
scary.
Child's Play.
It's like I don't find baby scary, so I don't find this episode scary. I didn't find it scary when I was 6 years old. And it's disgusting. The ending doesn't make any sense either because they get a new baby and that one also talks. Well, is that baby a monster too?
Look,
I guess.
the scariest thing about the episode was when you were 10 minutes in and realized there was still another 10 minutes to go.
Honestly, yeah, very
Like,
valid.
Damn it! Just finish.
So yeah, it's stupid. If you don't like plots about babies and stuff like that, skip the episode. It's stupid. It's awful. It's my number 4. Hate it.
My number 4 is go eat worms. Go and eat them worms, man. Go and eat them worms. I didn't hate this episode entirely, but it's still in my top 5 least favorite. I think we kind of already covered this episode. What more can we say that's bad about this episode? I want to know. Other than the worms look like shit when they come out of the and they turn their little heads. I want to know what they were using, like a bit of wire or something for those ones.
Oh yeah, it had to be.
Just so bad. But I will say there was one thing I liked about the episode. One scene in the whole episode, and it was when he was like just sleeping in the bed, and he had those worms just like all over him, and he like rolled over onto the worms. I was like, okay, that's kind of gross, and that was maybe the one part that gave me goosebumps. But the rest of the episode just, yeah, it was sucked. I think the ending was like I think it was probably the worst Goosebumps ending, like just period to me. When he gets like
pretty bad
into the lake. And like he's like, oh no, now I gotta swim back. I was like, really? Like they didn't even need to put that in there. Like it was so bad. I don't know. I just think it was terrible. But then again, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and that's what that kid did. So he deserved everything.
Well, Nick, I think we know what your number 4 is now because you switched it.
Yeah, I had to. Absolutely had to. It was.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Hate that episode. Don't go to sleep. I'm gonna hate that episode. I've already talked about it. Let's move on. I can't do it anymore.
well,
Can't talk about it anymore.
Let's move on to my number 3, and we have brought it up, but I feel like I could add more to it. Go eat worms. This is my 3rd least favorite episode.
I would love to hear this
because it is disgusting. This is a disgusting episode, not in a good way. Worms are also not that scary to me. I feel like there are many other kind of bugs that you could make a lot scarier. If you
Centipede.
wanted a good example, go watch Swarm and Norman from Haunting Hour. Like that's a much better version of this episode, and I even think Awesome Ants is better than Go Eat Worms, if by slightly. But the whole thing with this is that it's just a dumb, stupid kid, little asshole kid, who gets his comeuppance in the hand of worms. The worm effects are either like just a pile of them wiggling around, or stupid little like turn your head, effects coming out of
It's
dirt,
why
or the giant
why-
phallus worm that's under the school. Like we made jokes about it. It looks like a giant dick. This whole plot just feels aimless because you don't even know what the whole point of these worms
No deal.
picking up. I guess because he's dissecting them, but it's just an aimless
torturing the
episode.
worms.
It's nothing but just gross out humor with worms in your face
one?
and like almost in your mouth and all that stuff.
She says it. The sister says it right. You're worse than those worms you torture.
And
Remember that line.
it does have a terrible ending too. It is undoubtedly, well,
One of the worst.
this and my number 2 pick have probably the worst endings in the entire Goosebumps franchise. With like even the ending to the book at least has like some freaky value to it, because in the book it ends with him turning to butterflies and then he's like on this big pinboard. Here he just gets pulled out to sea by a fish we don't even see, and then it lets him go and he's like, what, you're gonna let me swim back? So there's no horror. There's no horror. It's not scary. Worms and babies are not scary. And it makes for a stupid concept, a stupid execution. It's gross. Don't watch it. It's disgusting.
Wait till you become a dad. Then you'll think
Disgusting.
babies are scary.
Disgusting.
Not in the way that
Was this
Goosebumps
number
does it.
3? Is this number 3 or 2?
That was my number 3.
Number 3.
But what's your number 3?
Losing track here. Losing track. My number 3. Actually, good question. What would I have at 3? 3 and 2 are kind of like what Nick had. Like I don't know which one I'd put there. Okay. I'm gonna say number 3 is probably strained peas. Number 3, strained peas. I didn't just do it because they rhyme. No, this episode is terrible. Oddly, my mom likes this episode. Don't know why. She thinks it's funny. You know what? This episode is hilarious. I'll give it that. It's so bad that it's funny because it's so bad.
Agree
I
to
don't have much more
disagree.
to say about
This episode
this episode.
pisses me off. That's
I
how
really
funny it
I
is.
had at least had things to say about my other picks, but this one, especially those first few picks, but this one, let's put it this way, I have not rewatched it since like I had my burnt Goosebumps DVDs, and that was like back in probably like 2007, 8. Have not rewatched it since then. I always skip it. It's that bad. I don't care about this episode. Kill it, burn it, bury it pregnant. What is
Bury it
yours?
pregnant.
Nick?
Never heard that
Yeah,
one
you know the
before. I
expression?
know it's about fate.
Yeah.
You know the expression, shoot me dead, bury me
I-
pregnant. I mean, okay, you go.
Nope, that must be an Australian thing. That is not what I've ever heard.
Well, there's actually another way you're meant to say it, but I'm not saying it on this channel.
Okay, let's
it's worse than
keep
what you
it.
just said. Shoot it.
That was way worse than what I just said. That was the PG version. of
Moving
what I was saying.
on. Nick, number 3.
Jeez. Killer. Man. Oh, got me all distracted here. Actually, my number 3 is one we've already covered, so I will keep it brief like I do with all mine. My Hairiest Adventure. Not one.
Oh,
It's low. It's low. And again, I only watch it with JonTron. That's it. I can't watch it otherwise. Like
Where's your
it's
answer?
just not good, like at all. It doesn't piss me off quite like, some other don't go to sleep episode. But I don't know. Like I may have to restructure my list after this episode because I'm telling you, I think don't go to sleep needs to move down even further now that I'm talking about it more. God damn. So that said, yeah, no, I can't do My Harris Adventure, but I think 2 and 1 will probably be well, two. My number 2 we've already talked about. Well, you guys have. We all seem to have that one on our list pretty low, so that's says a lot. Number 1, I feel like we all know what number 1 is for a lot of us. If we all have the same one, holy crap! I think that'll be the first in a history, besides the Haunted Mask being number 1 favorite. I think for all of us. So let's see what everybody else has got here.
Well, for my number 2, we're going back to Tales Give You Goosebumps because it's Teacher's Pet. It is.
Oh man,
Nope.
we
sorry.
have all this one now.
Nope.
You're gonna have to
Sorry.
make it your number 2 now, Nick.
Sorry.
You have to
Ruined
change that
it!
to your number 2.
Nope. Teacher's Pet is number 2, if you know what I mean. It's shit. It is a terrible episode. Like I can't even put in the words. I just hate this episode. I don't. It's so. Okay, I will say, I do think snakes are scarier than worms, but this episode's plot
Yeah.
is convoluted and stupid. It's about a teacher who likes snakes, and then he is a snake, and he has a really dumb, stupid CG transformation. The acting is terrible, and that really, really sucks to say because of the main actress who passed away. But terrible acting, terrible setting, terrible effects, horrible ending. Like, honestly,
Horrible.
I think it is worse than Gully Worms. I think the stupid freaking head on the fly with the terrible effects. You got that wrong.
That was so well done. That was
No, it was not.
revolutionary.
It was absolutely god awful. I hated it. I hate this episode.
Through.
I'm so sorry, Michelle Reese, that you had to be attached to this piece of garbage. But yeah, it is my number 2 because as much as I hate this episode, as much as I may think it is objectively the worst episode because of how much it wasted my time, it still falls at my number 2. So I'm sorry, Nick.
I know
Could have had a 3-way tie, but no, it's my number 2.
We're gonna now because we got to make this happen for the first time ever. So I'll put Teacher's Pet as number 2 then, and then Nick can do the same. So that way.
Nope. That's my
Oh, come on.
Spoiler alert, it's my number 1. And it's going to stay there. That is so
I'll put
bad.
it at number 2. I got nothing else to say about it other than rest in peace, Michelle. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Short, sweet.
You got that wrong.
Nick, number 2.
Say that as well.
Say cheese and die again.
You can have the most easiest answer for this one too. There was no Ryan
The second one. The fatness. We all know we've talked about that before on the on this podcast. The fat effects, the whole story. No Ryan Gosling, no nothing. The episode was such a shit show. And it's so forgettable. Like, I feel so bad for the people involved in that episode. Like, kind of like we did for Teacher's Pet just a minute ago. Like, when you get to these top 5, you're just like, you're part of this show that's so iconic. But to know you weren't in one of the best episodes of the show, you ended up being in one of the worst. Like, gut-wrenching feeling, man. Like, I would feel so bad if I was any of these people who ended up in these episodes that are just so, the episodes themselves are so forgettable. Sometimes the actors are so forgettable. I hate saying that, but it is what it is. This is just one of those, holy shit, can't believe it. Like, I can't believe Strained Peas isn't on mine, but I guarantee it'd be in my top 15 at least. It's pretty bad. Don't get me wrong, but again, at least it had like Monster Baby. Say cheese and die again.
It had a monster in it.
Say cheese and die again. Just Jesus. I don't know what else to say about this. Feel free to comment if you guys want to in the comment section about Say Cheese and Die Again. We can discuss how shitty it is together. Because yeah, it's so forgettable. Like, It's another one like I wanted to watch prior to this, just so I'd have more to say about it, but I couldn't do it. I could not bring myself to do it. Like these top 10, like it's so hard for me to want to sit there and go watch these. And that sucks because
you can't even watch them because they're so bad. You can't even
time's valuable. I'm old, okay? Who knows how much time I got left on this earth? You know, God, like I could be gone tomorrow. I'm 40, guys. Come on. I mean, I'm over the hill.
Wasted time talking about bad Goosebumps episodes.
And I can't waste my time watching these. I could talk about them, but I don't want to sit there watching them with the little time I got left in this world. So
you still got another 100 years, dude. You're gonna live like older than David Attenborough, man. Okay.
God, I hope not.
You better. I fucking love you, dude. But you dead. Die on me. We're supposed to have our freaking retirement plan of all our Goosebumps collections combined.
Oh, we'll still have that. That's
Well, I'm gonna move to the States to do this.
Goosebumps nursing home. We're still gonna have the Goosebumps nursing home. Oh, good.
We already said Nick and I are gonna take the entire West Wing. We are taking that whole West Wing. So anyone that's staying there, you're gonna have to move to the east.
Selection.
You're gonna have to move to the East Wing. Sorry.
Well, what was it in Beauty and the Beast? Which wing was it that he had? Was it the East Wing?
Which one did Beast have? Which one did Beast have?
Which one did Beast say that you weren't allowed in?
I said to stay out of the West Wing, or the East Wing. I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember. It was the East Wing. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. I'll have to look it up after we're done here. It's driving me crazy. But yeah, no, that's my number 2.
Oh. Well,
number 2 stinks, dude.
My number 1. My number 1. Fuck that fucking episode. I hate Say Cheese and Die again. I hate Say Cheese and Die again. It is an episode that pisses me off. And we've talked about it before in the past. Hate it so much. You want to know why? Because Greg Banks is the biggest moron to grace the Goosebumps series, books or otherwise. Because
you heard it here.
You deal with a camera that nearly kills your whole family, puts your dad in traction, makes your friend disappear, and gets you in the crosshairs of a freaking crazy ass man with big old Doc Ock goggles on. And what do? You go back for it because your stupid fucking teacher says, "Well, I don't believe you." Oh, well, I gotta go get that freaking cursed camera again so I can show him. Stupid kid.
It's so dumb. Like,
and then look at you now.
Nearly gets himself.
What does Scarface say? Look at you now, you stupid fuck.
But it's like, okay, even besides that, like stupidity at its finest. Like the thing about it too is that it loses all the suspense. Like you watch the original episode, Say Cheese and Die. Like maybe it doesn't have a lot of flashy like effects in it, but it's a suspenseful little thriller about a kid who knows that bad things are going to happen because of this camera. So he tries to like either avoid it, prevent it, or just, stop it from happening altogether. And you get a sequel where he gets a picture taken of himself and his friend. His friend's like, "Why'd you get that camera? You know what that did?" And then she takes a picture of him anyway. It's like, are you two stupid children? And then all the suspense is gone.
Natural selection at work.
Well, the other thing too is that instead of like the future being predicted, so like, oh, you take a picture of a car, the car is it's mangled in the picture because it's going to crash. No, this time it's just you take a picture of one person and they're fat. You take a picture of the other person and they're thin. And that's the whole thing. And yeah, we've already talked to death about the stupid effects. That one shot will haunt my nightmares and not in a good way of the freaking literally photoshopped looking fat Greg. The actors are terrible. I mean, even without even without Ryan Gosling and whoever played Sherry in the first episode, They got actors to replace them who did not do a good job. There's no horror. I think the ending, like, even though I think the ending's kind of funny, I think it's stupid. It's just a dumb
It's not even funny.
dumb episode.
It's just stupid.
It is terrible. I hate it is the one episode, like,
It's terrible.
I cannot, I never want to watch it again. I never want to watch it again. It makes me mad. It makes me mad thinking about it. It's literally me with this episode, like how Nick is with Don't Go to Sleep. I hate this episode. I hope it burns in hell along with that fucking book. It's my number one. I think it's the worst Goosebumps episode.
That's how you really feel.
Yeah, I am. I do.
Say what Isaiah said at this stage.
Is that really your number one?
Not enough Ryan Gosling. Okay? Sucked. Shit. I've never rewatched it, so I don't even remember the episode that well, to be honest. I just remember the distorted fat face. And that's kind of all I remember about it. And I remember there was some weird, creepy looking character too. Just trying to remember. I don't remember the episode like that well at all, but I just remember it being bad. I actually had it at number 2, but I was just trying for all of us to be teacher's pet. And fortunately that didn't happen because Nick's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Fucking rebel.
Well, what is your number one?
Well, you know what I would have done to piss you off, Nick? I would have done my least favorite mask. And you would have been like, punched through the screen and would have
couldn't
my
be friends
screen.
no
Like,
more.
whoosh.
I would have logged off and I would have messaged you. What the f- did I do
It's like,
wrong?
well, change your number 2 then. No. Say Choose or Die again. Least favorite. Least
Teacher's
favorite.
Pet's my number one. We'll keep this short because we've already talked about it and we already know what it is because I said it earlier. It's Teacher's Pet, man. That is literally the worst episode, and that says a lot, given what you've heard of me talk about so many motor episodes. But just Teacher's Pet.
No, shit, man, fuck.
Oh my God. Just
They
Teacher's
should
Pet.
have done
Terrible.
Preach a Teacher and
One, I've only ever watched that episode one time, and I regret it, and I will never watch it again, no matter what. Like, if they were to torture me overseas, like if I went overseas and got caught, and they're like, we're gonna torture you." It's not waterboarding, it's not anything else. It's watching Teacher's Pet on repeat. That
Dude,
is
I hope
torture.
Say Cheesing Die Again goes to hell, and even I wouldn't go that far.
Dude,
that is my hate for Teacher's Pet.
they say if you go to hell when you die, this is what they claim. You will be basically
You're in an episode of Teacher's Pet. That's
You'll
what it
forever be
is.
tormented by something, right? Like that's what they say when you die. Like you'll forever be tormented by something. So like
Your hell.
if Gordon Ramsay went to hell, he would be in Hell's Kitchen forever. Like he wouldn't leave. He would just his forever torment would be like in a kitchen where no one can get anything right. Yours, as you're claiming, would be you're sitting in front of a TV watching Teacher's Pet on repeat for all eternity. Boom. That would be the worst thing to happen. That's when you'd have to say, well, you know what you say, Nick? So you can trick the
Just have a
demons
spider
and the
drop down
devils.
from the
You
ceiling.
gotta say, oh, my least favorite's the Haunted Mask. I hate that episode. So that when you do go, you'll be watching that one on repeat. You'll be like, tricked you, bitches.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
feel like
saying?
that won't work. But
They'd be like, oh yeah, says the guy that has all the stuff behind him. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to start putting Teacher's Pet stuff behind you. Like
thankfully,
oh, yeah, I
they
love
didn't
this
make
episode.
anything outside that episode. There is no Teacher's Pet merch, thank God. Like,
oh,
and if
man.
somebody out there makes something for Teacher's Pet, why? Like, why would you do that? Like,
You know what?
why? Why would you do
Someone
this?
out there's taste is completely different to ours.
Oh,
And they're gonna
I'm
say-
aware. That's what makes the world of beautiful places is we all have different likes and dislikes. If everybody liked the same thing, we'd be really fucking boring. That's all. I'll leave it be.
You may as well drink sour milk if
And
you
see how
CC
you
won't
really
let me
feel.
be.
I will feed you sour milk. You like
Good
Teacher's
Lord.
Pet? Oh, well, you
Well,
must like sour milk. You must like chicken that's 3 days old.
good Lord.
Like I'd like to see how you live in your house if you like Teacher's Pet.
My God. Wow, as you can see,
Again,
there are
from
some
the brutal
strong
tonight.
opinions for the least favorite episode.
Hey, I was gonna have it at number one, but I was trying for us to all be equal with that.
You know what? You caved into peer pressure.
Yeah, well, not even
So-
peer pressure. He didn't peer pressure into anything.
You ate
Yeah,
the Vegemite.
I
You didn't have to eat the Vegemite, but you ate it.
Because I wanted to try
I was
it. That was my own
Hey,
decision.
Well, you
I'm
didn't
number
mind it.
one.
But Nick liked it, and so did Hayden.
Yeah,
Hayden
and I
is not-
didn't like
He's
it.
with us, but he's not with us. He
So I didn't
liked the
follow any
Vegemite.
peer pressure. I tried it. I didn't have to like it.
I'm not talking about Vegemite. I mean, I could care less if you don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, I like Vegemite, but I don't like Teacher's Pet. Nobody should like Teacher's Pet.
I don't
Well,
like Teacher's
right.
Pet.
I mean, that's our list,
Right.
I guess.
Right.
I mean, it is interesting because when we were doing our tier list ranking, that was a general consensus between the three of us, and there were times when our opinions clashed on where to put certain episodes. So this was definitely interesting to just see where we landed for each of our picks, and in some places we were definitely on the same page, and some places there were some differences. Some that maybe one of us hated and another one of us probably were like, it's fine. So, but that's always the beauty of sharing opinions. You get to see how close and how different they are from others. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess you guys at home, let us know what you think. What are your top 10 least favorite Goosebumps episodes? And yeah, I guess don't say if you like Teacher's Pet or not around these guys, because they'll probably burn you at the stake for
I bet
that.
every comment's going to be Teacher's Pet is the best episode. Best
On
episode.
YouTube?
I love the philosophical nature of this one. There'd be like all these like smart words.
Bitches!
Oh, the best episode was just on the TV 2 seconds ago. Oh, that one, and that one. I'm just looking
But
on your
yeah, let us
screen.
know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Do you agree with our picks? Do you disagree? What are your top 10 least favorite episodes from the original Goosebumps show? And thank God we didn't even include the 2023 show. It would have been a much different list.
I think the third episode was bad. Well,
Yeah.
there's saving grace, I guess, for season one.
But that is going to do it for tonight's episode of the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. Thank you all for sticking with us for 2 years. We got our third year incoming now, so we got plenty more awesome topics and things that we'll be talking about, Goosebumps stuff coming your way. But yeah, as always, make sure you guys go follow Bjorn and Nick at Goosebumps, Saucy Fan, and Sean, respectively, and their social medias and their YouTubes. If you like today's episode, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, follow us on our audio platforms and social medias. All those links are in the description below, so check them out. We'll have another episode for you next week. But until then, this has been the Goosebumps Crew Podcast, and from all of us here, I want to wish you all as always to take care, stay safe, and have a very scary
And
day.
don't watch Teacher's Pet.
Don't watch Teacher's Pet.